Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Press Start Podcast, episode 22. I am MrTechnoSqueek.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
And we're joined by Nostalgic Dan 1.
You're not really gonna try and play dumb now, are you? After all you've done to my body?
Yeah,
How are you, Dan?
I'm awesome. I need to stop saying fantastic for a bit, so yeah, I'm awesome.
Fantastic. And we're joined by none other than Quick Freeze 4.
Don't worry. I'll handle the bad guys.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty darn good. And we have a guest. And that guest is Pegasus 187.
You forgot to include dude in all of your lines.
How
What's
are
up?
you? Yeah. So, how you doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
Awesome. That's fantastic. I'm fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Everyone's fantastic.
So,
We really need to get away from the whole fantastic thing.
it needs to be banned for at least a couple episodes.
Banned.
Expand our vocabulary a little. Where's the thesaurus? I need to look at it. Another word for fantastic.
Yeah. Fantastic, epic, amazing, spectacular. There's three of them right there.
So Pegasus, why don't you tell the listeners where they can find you at? Your YouTube channel, what you do on there.
Yeah, my YouTube channel is the Gaming Pegasus 187. And I do reviews. I'll do like gameplay stuff, commentaries, and try to keep it not limited to one generation or one system. Try and get pretty much a good mix of stuff in there, and yeah.
Sounds good.
What's your favorite system?
NES by far.
Nice.
Because that's
There you
what
go.
I grew up playing, and so many of my favorite games are on that system, so it's classic.
Nice, I'm totally with you on that one.
What's some of your favorite games for it?
Oh, I gotta say, Mario 3 is probably my all-time favorite.
Classic.
The Batman on there is
Oh,
really
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that's pretty good.
good. Yeah, it's a solid game. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, another one of my favorites. And I don't think I'll stick with that as far as my top three, so...
So it's a time of podcast. I guess we'll talk about some games we've been playing recently. And actually, I want to start off with our guest, Pegasus. What have you been playing recently?
Well, I'll get this one out of the way since it's been brought up on every podcast for the last 2 months. Mario Kart 7.
No way. Wow.
No,
Hell
no
yeah.
way.
Wait,
Yeah,
there's a 7?
Oh yeah, there is. I mean, I've
Number
been loving
7.
it. It's smooth online, no problems with it, no lag. Enjoying playing with the YouTube community. I've played with Techno, Dan, Cliva. I've played with... I ran into Gamester one night. I ran into... played Sinister Moon a few times. I've played Pete Dorr. I've played Holly, and... yeah, it's badass.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun with the YouTube community.
Yeah. As far as what else I've been playing a lot of WWE 12 on the PS3. Been enjoying that game. I finished all 3 of the Road to WrestleMania storylines, and there's only 3 of them in this game, but they all link up with each other. So you start off with one, it links up with the middle one, and then that links up with the last one. So it's really good. People are calling it the best wrestling game out there, so... But yeah.
My brother has that, and he really likes it.
Oh, nice.
So,
What does he have it for, a PS3 or 360?
360.
I ended up just picking mine up on the PS3 because I figure I've been kind of going back and forth between getting 360 games and PS3 games just because most of the games are cross-platform anyway. So, Yeah, I haven't really played it online because the servers have just been screwed up since the release date, and they just patched that a few days ago, so... Yeah. Then I've also been playing a lot of Modern Warfare 3. Won't get into that too much, but love it. Enjoy it. Having some fun with it. Been playing, well, as far as classic stuff, been a Mega Man 3, some Mega Man 4. Just download those on the Virtual Console. Been enjoying those. Played a little Mega Man 9. Did some of the Endless Attack mode. Going back through it, playing again. Great game. Awesome throwback. And I think I'll wrap it up with this. Been playing Skyward Sword. Been trying to get back into that, because I've had it since a release date and haven't put too much into it, so...
How far are you in that one?
I would say 14 hours.
Oh, you're not even halfway through it.
Yeah,
No, I know.
long
I heard it's pretty long. I'm trying to push through it, but you kind of got to be in the mood to play it. And I hadn't really been that much in the mood to play because I've been playing other stuff, Call of Duty, WWE 12, and on top of that, with as far as games I'm gonna get, and with February, it's kind of a weird month because usually January, February there aren't really that many games that come out, but there are 3 I'm going to pick up, and one of them I have been playing the demo for, which is UFC Undisputed 3. And I'm a big MMA fan, I'm a big wrestling fan, and I mean, I've picked these up every year. So, like for me, I have some fun with them. Something I can play with my friends, and my friends aren't really hardcore gamers. They're more like the casual market. So they're the guys like play Call of Duty and NBA 2K12 and stuff like that. So yeah, been playing that.
Now I heard, was it Undertaker just came back, didn't he, in the actual show?
Yeah, he did. He just came back. They did a thing where Triple H was gonna fire John Laurinaitis, and yeah, he comes out, the gong hits, Taker comes out, Triple H pats him on the shoulder and walks out.
Yeah, I used to watch wrestling like a lot, but I don't watch it anymore.
I don't watch a hell of a lot that much either.
Yeah, Undertaker's my favorite.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll watch Raw, I'll watch TNA every once in a while. I haven't really watched SmackDown in like a couple of months. And I'll watch the pay-per-views, but that's about it. Usually just Raw and then the pay-per-views, so...
Is it Undertaker, he's still undefeated in all the WrestleManias, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
19-0.
19? See, I stopped watching when he was like 15-0.
That would have been... Oh, that was right after he faced Batista at WrestleMania 23, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that one on DVD.
I actually have them all because I bought the WrestleMania box set.
Yeah, the
So
anthology.
Yeah, I have them all up to 25. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So, that's pretty much what I've been playing. I guess, Clive, you want to go?
No, I can wait.
No, you can't. Now. You're on the spotlight now. Go.
Okay, well, I've been playing more Halo Combat Evolved with my buddy of mine, like I've said in past episodes. We just beat the library level, so we got about 3 more missions to go. And again, like always, we're playing on Legendary, and it was kind of weird. We were fighting the Flood in the library, and like they seemed extremely easy for some reason. So we kind of thought it would be like, like one of those 3 to 4 hour levels, and it actually went by rather quickly. It's kind of surprising. But other than that, I've been playing. What have I been? Oh, more Mario Kart, like always. I checked my activity log about 10 minutes ago, and I am at 177 hours into this game.
Jesus.
Wow.
I know, that's more hours than people have played in Skyrim, I swear to God.
That is your Skyrim.
This is my Skyrim. But yeah, I got 177 hours in this game. Coin-wise, I got 17,400, so I'm almost close to the golden card. You know, I don't know, a few more, was it like 2,000 something, I'll have the golden card, so I'm kind of excited about that. Like always, still racing the YouTube community. I was just racing with actually Techno and Dan half an hour ago, along with Holly and Pete and Cody, Mother Wii. I was racing with him. Oh, and I did pick up Final Fantasy 13 too.
Good for you.
Nice. Thank you, Dan.
How far are you?
I'm about 7 hours in, which is kind of weird because I heard it's really short. Like it's a 20-hour game.
Yeah, I was curious. Did you get the 360 version?
I did.
It's one disc, right?
It's one disc.
Exactly,
Yeah,
I
got the collector's edition, and it's one disc. Came with a 4-disc soundtrack and an art book, and all that is included in like one gigantic package. Like they're not separate, like you would kind of want them to be. But it's kind of like they put it in like a book, so it opens up like a book. So you got the soundtrack, and then in the middle, you got the game, and then in the middle you got the art book, and then off to the right you got the 4-disc soundtrack. So it actually is compacted really nicely in there. But for the game itself, like I said, I heard it's like 20 hours, so it's a lot shorter than the first game. But I'm enjoying it. I really am. It's not better, but it's not worse than the first game. And what I like most about it is the whole time traveling aspect to it, where you're obviously playing as Sarah, who's like Lightning's kid sister, and you're going through time with a new character. I won't say who because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't played it yet. But you're traveling through time, and basically every time you travel through time, you kind of have to like fix that period's kind of like problems. Usually it's like a gigantic monster or something, but you do have to do other things in it. There's a whole bunch of side quests in it, and it's really cool. And there's Moogles in the game, like real Moogles, not like these stupid little rat things that actually look like real full-blown bloated Moogles or Mogs or whatever you want to call them. But it's good. I recommend it, Dan, because I know you like Final Fantasy.
I never really said that. I admitted to being not the biggest Final Fantasy fan. I'll get into it when I bring up what I played recently, but I don't know. I'm kind of sad to hear that it's not better, but it's not worse. Like I was definitely hoping for a lot more improvement.
It's about the same. Like I can't.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't want to give too much away for people who haven't played the game yet. I don't want to spoil anything because I kind of thought you would pick it up already, so I could talk to you about it. But I don't want to ruin it for you.
No, I've seen some of the live stream, and I'll be honest with you, I'm waiting until it's like $20 to pick it up. But I've seen it. It looks good. I like the combat from what I've seen. Like, it seems more fluid, and I was watching some cinematic with one of the bosses, and it was really epic. Like, you're fighting his hand, and then his hand's, like, in the foreground, and his body's, like, this huge, massive thing in the background. That was, like, really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. The battles are, like, a lot more smoother. They're a lot more faster. And the way the battle system is, like, you have two characters, and then you have, like, a monster. So it's kind of like Monster Rancher, Persona 4, stuff like that. And like your upkeep of your monsters is very, very important because they work as a third character. They work as like you can have them as a commando, you can have them as a medic, you can have them as a Ravager, a saboteur. You can so they're basically the third member of your party, and you could collect like not just one. You could have 3 of them with you at a time, and you swap them out because like one monster might be only a medic and another monster might be only a commando. So depending on what paradigm you're using, that it switches with what monster goes with that paradigm. It's really cool.
Yeah, and there's something I found interesting too. I saw for a little bit, but it's a live decision-making thing where you get multiple options. Like there'll be 4 options for dialogue, and you can kind of select it like that.
Yeah, like if you're talking to like an NPC, they give you just like you said, you give 4 options, and depending on what you pick, you get like a reward system. So if you pick like, you know, I don't know, like an answer that's kind of like aggressive, you may not get an item, where if you pick like a more passive response. So like if you don't know what you're getting, then I guess it really doesn't matter. But if you have like maybe a strategy guide in front of you, and like it tells you like if you pick this option, you'll get this item. So, but yeah, depending on what option you pick for dialogue, you get different items.
Yeah, that's cool. Glad to hear you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like I'm gonna play it hardcore all this weekend. So I think that's it for me. I haven't picked up any more Harvest Moon because I've been playing more Mario Kart. my cow misses me. Well, what have you been playing, Dan?
Wait, I had to ask, what'd you name your cow?
I told you, I named him Milk Tank.
Oh yeah.
I named him Milk Tank.
You need to get some more animals and name them after us.
Well, I put it down for a week, so I gotta go back and milk it and get some more eggs from my chicken, my Torchic chicken. So
I've played a lot. Brace yourselves. No. Let's start off with the basic Mario Kart 7.
Yay!
No way.
Yeah.
Nice.
So enough said. Same old. Playing online with the YouTube community. Really enjoying it. Just a lot of fun playing against the YouTube community. Even though there's a couple of people who are just getting annoying in the YouTube community, but whatever. It's their business. But I picked this game up casually again because I wanted to take a break from Mario Kart and play something else on my DS. So I played a little more Etrian Odyssey 3 on the DS. It's a dungeon crawler RPG made by Atlas, and I just was level grinding in there in the dungeon and just upgrading my equipment. It's a really long game because you have to do a lot of level grinding. Like you have to do an insane amount of level grinding to be able to give the bosses a fair shot and be able to beat some of the bosses. So it's a really challenging game, really old school kind of RPG, but really beautiful style. And enjoyed what I played today. I would say I played it a couple hours. Since I randomly played Virtual Tennis like a couple of weeks ago, like I picked this game up for super cheap. It was like $3, and that's Sega Superstar Tennis. And I actually played a nice chunk of it, and I enjoyed myself. It's not as good as a Virtual Tennis. Like the controls are not tight like Virtual Tennis, but it feels very inspired by Virtual Tennis. You move with like the joystick, and you just hit with the A button. Really simple controls, and then the triggers, if you press them, do like a special move, and really nice. It's like a World Circuit Tour, kind of like in Virtual Tennis, but it's got like all the Sega characters, and there's different like Sega mini games in there, and it's actually pretty fun from what I played. I could see it being a nice, fun, casual, pop in when I'm really bored and just play a little bit of it. And on the Xbox Live Arcade, I recently played this game, and it's Luxor 2, which is a puzzle game similar to Zuma, where like you have this pattern of like colored balls that move, and you have to shoot a ball and like to make 3 or more of the same color disappear. So it's really simple, but it gets really addicting. Played that for like an hour, enjoyed myself.
What's the move?
Luxor 2.
Oh.
It's made by PopCap, creators of Peggle.
Oh yeah, Peggle is badass.
Peggle is hardcore. It's like Plinko on steroids or something. I love Plinko. But I picked up the new Humble Bundle, which is out, if you guys don't know. That's some news for you guys. And this time it's the Humble Android Bundle, which is interesting. There's 3 games. It's, forget the list, but it's Edge, Osmos, and Anomaly. And the thing is, you can get these games still, like if you buy it, and you can get $1 or more gets you the Steam keys, so you can still get these games on Steam, which I did. But you can also install them onto your Android phone. So I played Edge. Cool. I played Edge on both Steam and my Android just to try them out. Because it was the game I was most interested in the bundle. I really wanted Edge for a long time. Edge is a game made by 2 tribes, so the creators of Toki Tori and Rush on Steam, and it's a puzzle game involving like moving a cube around like a specific environment. You have to like collect some little like colorful cubes along the way, but it starts off super simple, but then the environments get really complex. It introduces new mechanics, and you kind of got to start thinking like puzzle-wise, almost like Marble Madness with like a cube, if you can imagine that, like in a cube environment, kind of like that. Really fun. I actually played that for quite a bit, and what's funny is I actually wound up playing more of it on my Android phone, which I didn't expect. I actually found the controls really nice on the Android touchscreen. So that's really cool. If you haven't picked that up, it's definitely worth checking out. And here's a big one. Final Fantasy 13 on the Xbox 360. Yes, my god, I'm still playing this game. And this is what's going to lead into talk about 13.2. I played this 40 plus hours in this game. And I'm on chapter 11. I'm at the boss, and what happens again? Of course, he's overpowered. He kicks my ass, and I level grinded for about 4 or 5 hours. And I stand a chance. Like, I got him so close. Like, I had him almost beaten like twice, and I lose, and it's getting really frustrating. And I started to reflect on my overall experience of Final Fantasy 13, and I realized how mixed I am about the game. Like, it made me realize that the amount of times I was frustrated with Final Fantasy 13 was very equal to the amount of times I found myself enjoying it. And that's what led me to cancel my pre-order for 13.2 Collector's Edition. I'm like, it hit me. I'm not excited for 13.2 when I was playing it. I'm like, because I'm still playing this, I'm going to be playing it for at least a couple more weeks now to beat it. So it's like I'll get 13.2, won't be able to play it because I won't understand the story. It's a lot of money to chip out. And I'm like, I don't feel like chipping out that much money for a game I'm not excited for. So, 13.2, I'll definitely pick it up. I'm interested in it for sure, but I just want the game only. Maybe when it drops in price to like 30 to 20 bucks, and I'll definitely pick it up. But eventually I will be Final Fantasy 13. There's a lot of stuff I like about the game, but there's so much stuff I despise about the game. But it's definitely a love-hate game for a lot of people out there, and I can understand why. And actually, been playing quite a bit of some 16-bit retro shmups. So firstly, I played some Darius Twin on the Super Nintendo, and it is an extremely challenging shmup. Like, it's out of these ones I'm gonna bring up, is probably the hardest one. It's shmup by Tato, and it's actually really nice. Like, you can choose different shots, and it looks beautiful on the Super Nintendo and handles nicely, but it's very unforgiving in the fact that it doesn't offer any continues whatsoever, so you die once, you lose, basically. So it's one of those, like, punishing shmups. And so I played a little bit of that. I want to try and get better at it. It's one of those shmups where you gotta, like, learn the levels, like, precisely. You gotta learn enemy patterns, and eventually after learning it, you can progress further and further. It's one of those kind of shmups. But this one I really love, and that's Gradius 3 on the Super Nintendo by Konami. This is awesome. Yeah, this is an awesome shmup. I played this for quite a bit, and I love it. The art style is incredible. It handles really smooth. You can choose multiple shots and, ship configurations. It handles really smooth. It's a fair shmup too, so you get continues, and it offers you a good amount of continues, and I just had a lot of fun playing that. So I definitely want to play some more of that. And over to the Sega Genesis, I played stuff. Yeah! Why are you so happy, Techno? Why?
Dude, Genesis rocks.
He's a Sega fanboy.
I don't know what a Genesis is. I just have one. Good for you, Techno. I love your enthusiasm for Sega. But yeah, I played some Biohazard Battle on the Genesis. Ooh. And this is a really cool, really interesting shmup. It's really unique and kind of different. You fight like alien insect bugs, and it's kind of like really bizarre. And some of the levels, it's not necessarily horizontal or vertical. It kind of goes down at like an angle, and it's like really interesting. And all the like objects on the screen and like your ship on the screen are really big, like size-wise. It's a really cool shmup though. It's really well executed. I enjoyed what I played of it. It's another fair shmup. It gives you a plentiful amount of continues, so you can make it pretty far in that game. And just thoroughly enjoying myself. There's, I believe, 4 ships to choose from, and they have like different handlings. So that's a really fun game. Really cool. I picked it up for real cheap too. So. And some Super Thunderblade on the Sega Genesis. And this is a game where you're a helicopter, and it's very similar in vein to like Space Harrier. It's like a Mode 7 shooter, if you can imagine that, where you control like a helicopter and you move on like this plane, but it looks like you're moving in 3D space and you're just shooting stuff that's off in the distance. So it's very like that, and it's really awesome for what I played. Over time, it does kind of switch up the aspect, and it goes to like a over-the-top kind of 2D, vertical scrolling shooter, so that's interesting. Didn't play a whole lot of it, but what I played, I really enjoyed. I definitely want to play some more of that.
Yeah, Dan, have you played Sunset Riders at all?
No, that's a game I definitely want to check out.
That game is awesome.
Yes.
Oh, it's so sweet. I actually picked up, when I bought my Super Nintendo off one of my friends, that was the game he had for it. And I started playing it, and I'm like, this thing is really sweet. Like, it's a solid game. It's hard, but it's so fun.
Nice, yeah, I definitely want to. I've heard of the game, I definitely want to pick it up eventually. It looks pretty sweet from what I've seen. And speaking of kind of like side-scrolling action games, I played some E-SWAT on the Sega Genesis.
E-SWAT.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really awesome side-scrolling action game. I'll be honest, I didn't have high hopes for the game. I didn't really know anything about the game. I just got it for like $1 or so and picked it up, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I played it for quite a bit. I just found myself like, man, this is a really solid, side-scrolling shooter. It handles really well. You can like dodge like enemy attacks. You can like duck down and stuff like that, and it's really awesome. You get different weapons, and you just play as this kind of police cop going around these environments, getting these crooks and stuff. And it has boss fights at like the end of the levels, and it's actually a really good game. I was kind of thoroughly surprised by the game. A little bit of Game Boy, so I played Motocross Maniacs on the Game Boy, which is a very interesting game. It's all the sound effects and kind of the style of it remind me of Excitebike. It kind of sounds like they stole some of the sound clips from Excitebike, but what's interesting is it's not a racer, it's a Trials game. So if you ever played like Trials HD on like the Xbox and I believe PSN, where it's like you're on a motorbike and you go around these crazy like track designs with like loops and big old jumps, and you just have to like do precision jumping at some points, and it's really specific. So it's exactly like that on the Game Boy, and it's actually really, really well done. I played a bit of it. It's actually really good. And I mentioned this, I believe, last episode, but it's a game that kind of shocked me as well, too. But some Super Dodgeball Advance on the Game Boy Advance, and it's an awesome sports game published by Atlas, and it's a really arcadey dodgeball game where, you kind of got these characters who look like River City Ransom-like, and it's a lot of fun. You can set up like lob passes and do these really outrageous over-the-top like attacks with the dodgeball, and you have like players on the outside who can like assist you, and you can use them for passing and stuff like that. So it's really in-depth, really very arcadey, and that's what makes it really fun. And I believe Techno will know a lot more about this than I do, but because I never watched the anime or anything, but I picked up the game because I wanted to try it out, and that's Yu Yu Hakusho Tournament Tactics on the Game Boy Advance. And it is actually, the reason I picked it up is because I looked it up, and I was surprised. It's actually a tactical strategy RPG. I'm like, wow, it was super cheap too. It was like $1 or so. And I'm actually surprised by it. It's actually a really solid tactic RPG. It's a grid system based, and the characters have these really over-the-top moves, which have like a massive range on like the grid. It's like insane, and that's what gives us this little kind of charm, is like these over-the-top attack moves. Really, really fun. Actually, I played a bit of it and was thoroughly surprised at how well of a tactic RPG it is. It actually looks really good too. They kind of choose an interesting style for the GBA, and they pulled it off really nicely. So that's a kind of hidden gem of a tactic RPG there. So yeah, that's finally it. I'm gonna pass. No, wait, I got. Where's list number 2? No. Yes, that is it. Finally. Oh, I forgot to mention. I wanted to look at Mario Kart 7 and see how much time I played, and I played 44 hours. So yeah, not bad.
You're just barely below me. I'm at about 45 and a half hours.
Yeah. It's my number 1 for playtime. So yeah.
That's my 2. My number 1 is Ocarina of Time 3D.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna pass the torch on to Techno. Techno, what have you been playing?
Well, first off about Yu Yu Hakusho, game. I never knew about the Game Boy Advance games. I only knew about the PS2 game, the Dark Tournament, which is pretty much like a Dragon Ball Z Budokai, but really not as good. So, yeah.
I would say, I don't know how you feel about tactic RPGs, but if you like them, that's definitely actually one to check out.
How do you move your character and stuff? Because, see, I'm a big fan of Advance Wars Days of Ruin, and I don't know if that's
I haven't played
kind
that.
of like...
So, well, what's the movement system like that, and like what's it like in that?
Like, you have your armies, and you pick one guy, and he can move up like so many spaces. You know, if he's like a tank, he can move up farther than just one guy. Like you pick a guy or a tank or whatever, and a grid pretty much pops up. You know, squares, and you move up squares. Yeah.
That's how it is here. If you can imagine, like, I don't know if you played like Final Fantasy Tactics or whatever, but
see,
it's a really square-like battlefield where, you know, it's like just squares, and you know, you select the character and it shows like a green area, and basically this green area on the grid is where the limit of the movement your character can do. So you just move them within that space wherever you want, and that's kind of how the movement works.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, kind of wanting to get into the Final Fantasy Tactics because I kept hearing about how good that was. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
how do you find out how activity log?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just search. Okay, so what I've been playing. I got me another Brawl disc because my original was scratched, and I was like, you know, like Tuesday, I was like, oh, I'm gonna play some Brawl. Put it in. It's like, you know, it goes to the character select screen, and then it stops the music and says cannot read disc or whatever. I'm like, oh shit. And then I was like, I gotta buy me a damn another one. And then, like I told you, Dan, it's like $40 for a new one.
Yeah. It's pricey. So, those Nintendo games, I'm telling you, Nintendo games hold value forever. Like, we were talking to Mikey, and good comparisons, like Mario Kart DS, like new costs like the same as Mario Kart 7, like used, which is kind of odd. But it's just how Nintendo titles, like, there's exceptions, obviously, you know, like Metroid Other M, which just bombed, and, you know, Sin and Punishment on the Wii is, like, super cheap, but for the most part, if it involves, like, Mario, Zelda, or whoever, it's going to hold its value forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I play a thing called Brawl Plus. It's where it's a hacked version where most people, or most elite players of Super Smash, like Melee, it kind of balances the characters a little bit more to Melee's type of characters, and it like gives the multiple characters, like, you know, Zelda and Sheik, and the Pokemon trainer with Squirtle, Charizard, and Ivysaur, and Samus and Zero Suit, their own icons. So if you're like not good with Charizard or Ivysaur, which I am not, I can just pick Squirtle and his down B won't work, which down B for Squirtle or any of the Pokemon is the change. So, yeah, it's awesome. And it's easy to do. You just look it up on YouTube and there's videos about it. And been playing some Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
addicted. Yes, on the GameCube. I don't have the Wii version.
Yeah, there's also a DS one.
Yeah. And, I bought me, a year worth of, PSN Plus. I was like, sure, why not? Because the game that's coming out for the PS3 and Xbox Live Arcade, if you're a PSN Plus user, you get that game for free. But I'll talk that when we get the news. And I've been playing I bought a Final Fight Double Impact and played some of that, both of those games. I don't remember what that other game is called, though. And Mario Kart 7, which my playtime is so horrible. It's only 20 minutes and 12 seconds.
Wow, really? Are you kidding me?
Really? You only have in 20?
I thought you played longer than that.
20 minutes. I think I got that wrong.
It might be 20 hours.
Yeah, it's probably 20 hours and 12 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds more right. I'm like, you played longer with us for 20 minutes.
Yeah, no. I think that's probably it, because I haven't played a Sega CD game or Genesis or Dreamcast. I know. Shocked. I know. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Don't kill yourselves. I don't hate the Dreamcast. I just haven't played it.
He just hates Sega, okay?
No, I don't.
Really? You hate Sega? What the hell?
My god.
What did Sega do to you?
What?
What did Sega do to you?
Nothing.
Alright, well stop hating them then.
I'm not hating.
Dan just said you were hating.
No, I'm not.
I believe
Dan
everything
doesn't
Dan
know.
says.
Dan doesn't know shit.
I'm sorry, I believe Dan.
Yeah. What's Sega again? They make like oranges or something? Like, yeah.
Oranges? What the
I thought
fuck?
they made like lawn furniture.
I'm shutting up now.
So has anyone checked out the Abobo's Big Adventure yet?
Oh shit, yes. I played that today, actually.
I was playing it earlier after I played a little Sonic CD, but yeah, it is sweet. Gamester was streaming it last night, and then
yep,
yeah, and then the developer came in, and it was awesome. I mean, the whole game is just an 8-bit throwback. It's awesome, but hard.
Yeah, I just downloaded it too, so I'll probably play that this weekend.
Nice.
Techno, you haven't played any Sonic Generations?
Actually, yes I have. Yes I have.
This is
I
the second
totally
week
forgot. I know.
Second week I had to remind you.
I know. Dude, I forget. I'm sorry, okay? I'm dumb. Yeah, it's fun. I love the modern Sonic levels because I am a huge fan of Sonic Rush. And it's just like Sonic Rush. Except for it doesn't in Sonic Rush your levels would your levels would be on both screens. Like you'd go up a loop-de-loop, and then it would, your loop-de-loop, when it comes down, it would come down to your bottom screen, and you'd be on the bottom screen, and then you go back up, but it's not like that. But it has the boost like Rush does, and yeah, it's badass. So if you guys haven't picked that up yet, I don't know what you're doing. Go pick it up. If you're platformer fans, it's pretty awesome.
I played it. I didn't really care for it.
Well, you just hate me.
Well, that's true, but that has nothing to do with the game.
Yes, it does, because I made it.
About that gaming news, huh?
How about that gaming news?
Go Techno.
Yeah, the Simspons Arcade Game is finally coming to Xbox Live Arcade and PSN. Oh my god. And
Won by Konami?
Yes, the arcade game that rocks socks off and clothes off.
Really?
Of women. Just like Press Start Podcast, like I said.
No,
interesting.
You have to specify it rocks women's clothes off, remember?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
You said rock socks off.
Yeah.
No, I said rock socks off and clothes off of women.
Yeah, but socks are clothes.
Not in my eyes.
Well, your eyes are broken.
Yeah.
Alright, back to news. Go ahead.
Go Techno.
Okay. Yeah, if you are a PSN Plus subscriber, you get this game for free. Yeah. Awesome.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
How much is it normally?
Probably $10.
Yeah.
800 Microsoft points.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what it's going to go for. I don't think it doesn't say anything in here.
Yeah, it's $10 or 800 Microsoft points.
All right. Well, that's awesome, because I love that game.
And it's also going to have online co-op, too.
Yep.
Just like the X-Men one.
And, yeah. Yep.
Nice.
And whenever I played that damn X-Men game, all the time when someone's Colossus, or I forget his name, he's all, he does that fucking special.
That's Colossus. That's Colossus.
Yeah. It gets kind of annoying. But yeah, I can't wait.
Comes out. I think it comes out for Xbox tomorrow, and then it comes out for PlayStation on Tuesday, which is the 7th.
Okay, troubled THQ fires 240, cut CEO salary in half. THQ is taking some drastic measures after a string of sale disappointments. The game publisher wants the industry's third largest has laid off 240 employees and cuts its CEO salary in half for a year, according to an SEC filing. It's filing. I'm dumb. I can't read. This follows a recent announcement that the company's stock might be removed from NASDAQ, stock exchange. It seems THQ's restructuring efforts have been going on for a while now. The company has cut over 700 jobs since 2008 and vowed several times to back away from children's license game market, which is pretty much why they're going downhill. Because that's where the money is coming from for THQ.
Well, I got some news stories, and they're cool ones.
Are they cool? Cool.
Yep,
Cool. cool enough to rock your socks off?
No, we're not doing the whole sock thing. That was like 10 minutes ago.
Fine.
Dan likes socks though. He likes socks and beanies. I know that.
Just how I like them. Just only socks, only beanies. That's it.
God. Alright, my news stories are... Don't boo the story before I say it. You gotta boo it after it.
Okay.
Alright, wait till I say it, then you can boo. Alright, Microsoft trying to claim ownership of a false Halo 4 beta domain. Now you say boo.
Boo!
Boo.
Okay.
Because I don't know what it means.
Okay, it seems that a fake Halo 4 beta site has been lurking gamers in the dark corners of the internet, waiting for gullible people to trap them in their scheme. While 343 Industries creator director David Ellis has done his fair share to warn Halo fans, Microsoft is stepping in to put an end to this evil hacking thing that's going on here. Microsoft has filed a complaint with the NAF, which is the National Arbitration Forum. Am I saying that wrong? To have the rights to the beta sites transferred to them. So, considering that in order for Microsoft to claim the rights of the domain name, they have to prove that this register is in first place a malicious act, which it obviously is. But I don't think Microsoft is going to have any problem winning that case.
Yeah.
So, anybody who's getting the Halo 4 beta invite, don't fall for it, because it's not true. Now you know, Dan. Now you fully understand. What do you think about this?
I'm glad. I was going to redeem that beta code, too. I'm so glad.
Oh. Well, good.
I'm sick of Halo.
Dude, I fucking love Halo.
Dude, we don't need 4, 5, and 6.
Dude, we don't need, like, Black Ops and Modern Warfare 29 either, but...
We don't need nothing but FPSs coming out. Syndicate and stuff. Even though Syndicate looks awesome, shout out to that game. That's actually really awesome looking FPS if people haven't heard of that.
Yeah. No, first-person shooters are right. It's basically just a matter of preference. Like, Pegasus, he said he liked Call of Duty. I like Halo. It's just, they're not bad games. It's just, yes, they come out a lot. It's just...
Yeah, and the Modern Warfare campaigns actually are known for being actually really top quality campaigns for single player, which is why I play.
They're really good, yeah.
Yeah, it's just I wouldn't buy it for full price because I would only play a single player. But for $20, yeah, I'd buy it, play through a campaign, enjoy myself, or something like a BioShock and whatnot.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about first-person shooters, but if you're into them, you're into them. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, you can make the same argument for RPGs. There's a lot of bad RPGs that come out and people just shovel them out. It's just your preference.
Yeah. So don't hate on Halo just because I like it, Techno.
Yeah.
I'm not hating because I like the first one, but
I like the third one.
Third one's I could care less about the second one though.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing. So, alright, another news story I have is Dragon's Dogma leads to a Resident Evil 6 demo. Capcom has officially announced that Dragon's Dogma will be released in North America on May 22nd, 2012, and in Europe in May 25th, 2012. In addition to that, it looks like Capcom will provide people who buy the game Dragon Dogma access to a Resident Evil 6 token. This token will allow gamers to download the demo for Resident Evil 6 onto their digital platform of their choice, so Xbox, PlayStation 3. Confirmed to be coming to the Xbox 360 and PS3. The demo will be available for Xbox live 60 days before the PlayStation 3 version. The Xbox users worldwide will find the demo available on July 3rd, and the PS3, like I just said, will get it 60 days after, which would be September 4th in North America and September 5th in Europe. So people who buy Dragon's Dogma get to play Resident Evil.
Sounds like a good deal. Is that all your news?
No, I got one more. If you guys are into the Pokemon Black and White game, on February 12th, you are going to have the ability to download Mewtwo onto that game.
I heard about
this. This is the first and only way to get Mewtwo onto your Black and White, I believe. And this Mewtwo is going to come with Electro Ball, which is a move that he cannot normally learn. So this is, brand spanking new for Mewtwo. He will also have, he'll be carrying a item called the King's Rock, I believe. I'm not sure what that item does, but, it should be available to everyone who has either the Black and White game. So be sure to pick up Mewtwo on February 12th. And I think they're doing this because it's like Mewtwo's anniversary or something. I know he's getting like a new EX card for the TCG card game.
Yeah. But, it's also a promo they ran in Japan, like when the game came out, that they held there where you could get Mewtwo, and they're just now doing it for the States.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so.
Don't miss your chance. I mean, you won't be able to really get them.
I already marked it on my calendar. I'm so downloading Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Mewtwo's badass.
I like Mewtwo. Yeah. It's pretty cool. But I just got one little news article here, and this will help some people who probably been looking for this game like I have, just helpful advice to maybe wait. But that is, the article is titled, "Anyone Want to Buy Radiant Historia for Under $100?" Radiant Historia came out a year ago for the Nintendo DS, and it's a pretty hard to find now. That's too bad because Radiant Historia has a charming story and uses time travel in a clever way. So, since Radiant Historia is out of print, the price of the game skyrocketed, and new copies are going for a whopping $150 on Amazon. That's more than a Nintendo DS.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and on
nuts.
On Facebook, and I saw this right away and got super excited, but on Facebook, Atlas asked fans if they would buy Radiant Historia if it got a reprint. Any takers at $34.99, the game's launch price, and considering for $29.99 in actually this month, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2 comes out by Atlas, but this is huge. I mean, like, for a while, like, I've wanted this game. I actually was, like, I knew about the game way before it was going to come out, and I wanted to pre-order it. I wanted to pre-order it because the first print one came with a CD, a soundtrack CD, but I don't remember what happened. I think I just kind of forgot about it, but I was like, oh, it's okay, and, like, for the months past, it was still readily available. Like, I noticed one time it started to go up, but then the prices dropped back down, and it looked like Amazon got more copies than, still $35, affordable everywhere. And then all of a sudden, like, out of nowhere, these last couple months, I go up to look up, like, because I've been really collecting, like, games I've been wanting to add to my collection, like, these last couple months. I go up to look it up because I've always wanted to buy it, and I'm like, holy crap, it's expensive. Like, what happened? Like, there's no copies out there. Like, you go on eBay, there's, like, only a few copies. Everyone wants, like, probably $100 for, like, some of the cheapest ones, and, card only, like, $70 for a DS card or something.
Fuck.
It's insanely rare, and the sad thing is, it's actually an incredible RPG, a lot of people say. Similar to, like, almost like a Chrono Trigger or whatnot, where you manipulate time, and it's a really clever way how it uses it. It's extremely long, and you manipulate time, and you go back in time to fix events and that have repercussions that are felt throughout the timeline, like continuing. It's really in depth. Like, if you make a mistake, it'll haunt you, like, later on in the game. It's actually a really incredible RPG, which is why I've been wanting to get it. But I'm like, man, I thought I missed my opportunity. That's why I was, like, so sad and kind of, like, kicking myself, like, damn it, why did I never buy this game? then I see it go on Facebook. Like actually yesterday, I see Atlas's post. I'm like, oh my god, yes, please reprint this game. I need it. So yeah, like, and knowing Atlas, I mean, come on, what other companies would ask their fans if they would want a reprinting for games? Not a whole lot. That's really cool of Atlas. So they asked them, and knowing Atlas, most likely they are going to do it. So I say, if you're like me, you've been wanting this game, just wait it out a little bit longer. If you waited this long, you can definitely wait a little bit longer, and you'll probably see it eventually on like Amazon or something for $35. So, and I'd jump on that right away. I'd rather give my money to the company I love, Atlas, than have it go to some greedy, money-hungry seller on eBay who wants hundreds of dollars for it. So yeah.
So
Yeah, the ones that like to overcharge for games that aren't worth that much.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate that.
So they're definitely reprinting it, or
It's not guaranteed. They haven't officially said it. They just asked, casually, if we reprinted the game, who would be interested in buying it. That's kind of like how they said it, but
I'll buy it.
yeah.
Yep. Me too.
It's definitely a must-have DS RPG. It's probably the best RPG, honestly, on the system. So it visually looks incredible. It's got like this, turn-based sort of battle system, but then it's like tactical a little bit, where you can knock enemies back and forth from rows, and it's time travel based. So it's actually really awesome. So just keep an eye out for that, and whenever they have it available, I'll be sure to let people know. I'll be buying that instantly.
Nice.
So yeah. And I guess that wraps up news.
Well, I got one right here real quick, so...
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, we got... Oklahoma State Rep wants violent video game tax. HB 2696 seeks to charge a 1% tax on all games sold in the state rated teen, mature, and adults only. Money collected would go towards Sooner State's obesity and bullying prevention funds. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Let's see. Yeah, so basically he wants to charge a 1% tax on games, not just violent games. It could apply to anything rated teen, mature, and adults only. So, I don't know. I don't really think they're going to get it. I mean, they're kind of hiding behind... They're trying to get it passed, and they're hiding behind, they're going to protect the kids, but it's really just for their own financial gain kind of thing. It's like, it was like ACTA or another one of those SOPA type laws that was hiding behind, they're going to protect kids from child pornography. And
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Bills where it would allow the government, they could spy on your computer for whatever reason, and I don't know if they're going to focus. They need to focus on trying to pass laws that will help their community or make sense, and they're not just trying to push just stuff for their own gain. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really stupid. And like I said before, why just violent video games? If you're gonna do this in general, I'd just tax all video games.
Yeah.
Just a little small percentage tax on everything.
Right, at least add make a sales tax on all video games, and then you could put the money towards whatever you want. They're going for something fairly specific here, so.
Yeah, and adult-only games, I don't even know of any, except for hentai.
No, there's
on
not.
PC.
There's not. There's this thing where if a game gets rated adults only, stores can't carry them, especially Walmart, they refuse to carry them, but all the stores in general, if it's rated AO, they have to send it back to ESRB, they have to cut content out and get it down to for mature. Obviously the best example is Manhunt 2. When that came out, it originally got an adults only rating, and they were kind of pissed about it, the company, Rockstar. So they trimmed some of it. I don't know what they trimmed out, but then they got it down to for mature and were able to get it out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the guy in this article, let me find his name, Will Forkiller, he called out the game Bully specifically in this to try and get support for this tax. And Bully, it's an open-world game that casts players as an adolescent wreaking havoc in a school setting. So Yeah, he specifically targeted that game to try and get this and to try and get this passed. So
That game is so damn old, though. Like, you would think he would, like, pick, I don't know, Mad World or
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
4, Red Dead Redemption.
It's kind of a random game to pick.
yeah, I think he does mention Grand Theft Auto in here too.
He's probably friends with Jack Thompson.
Oh yeah. Ugh. So, yeah, that's my news story.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't think that'll pass.
I don't think so either.
Okay, I got one more. It's not really like gaming news, really. Well, it's more like a YouTube community news. But I just wanted to say the cross-platform podcast. It's on iTunes now.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I heard about that.
They recently just got on iTunes, so people who listen to the cross-platform podcast can now get their episodes off iTunes. So it's really cool. I actually listened to them today at work.
Yeah.
Really good.
Nice.
It's always awesome when podcasts could get on iTunes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know they've been trying for a while, so.
Yeah. So go subscribe, or Techno will break some kneecaps.
Yeah, I'll fucking break your kneecaps with my remote control for my TV.
Do you ever threaten people with something that could actually break kneecaps?
Dude,
you with a can.
I could break someone's kneecaps with this because it's fucking huge.
Sometimes I just wish you would just choose a lead pipe.
That's
Not
just
the style.
yeah, it's not. That's boring. That's like, ugh.
It's believable though.
Yeah, but I like.
Weird
I
stuff.
don't know.
Random stuff.
Yeah, random shit. You know, I mean,
I'm just pulling your leg, Techno. You threaten all the people you want to threaten.
all right. I want to talk about how fucking awesome February 19th or 9th is going to be next Thursday. Oh
Why?
my
What's February 9th?
Jax and Daxter HD Collection.
Oh hell yeah!
Not interested.
Oh yeah.
Good for you, Techno.
I know. Good for you.
I'm happy.
See, I really want to stream it though, but I don't have anything with HDMI.
HDMI. Do you have a capture device?
Yeah.
You do? Is it just like standard red, white?
Yeah, it's one of those shitty one, DVR 100 or whatever.
You don't have the normal PS3 cables they give you that are red, white, yellow?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, because you could just hook that up.
That looks
Switch
horrible, though.
You won't be able to play in HD, but that would be your only way to stream it.
I know. But I don't want to give people a shitty quality.
Well, look at it this way: it's better to give them a shitty quality than not do it at all. I guess if you really want to do it, you might as well just do it.
Yeah. Trust me, I've seen a lot worse streams than probably what you could do. So.
Yeah, it's I would hook it up that way and then see what it looks like. And
you could ask me too, like because I've done a lot of live streaming and I use XSplit, so I know.
Yeah, XSplit. I used to stream, but
should get back to doing it.
I should.
So do I.
Also, if you stream it, you know how many people you could get, interested in that game?
Who?
We have to witness it.
Anybody. Like like, I'm not interested, but if I watch your stream, I could be interested in that game. Just, look at it that way.
Dude, it's an amazing platformer. No
Yeah, but
loading times.
I don't know that. I've never played Jack and Daxter.
Oh!
But if I watch your stream, that could convince me to get the game.
Fucking story's amazing.
How would I know that if I don't watch your stream?
Because you just agree with me.
No, I don't trust your word. I need physical sight. I need to see this.
You can do it, Techno.
I know.
Okay.
You hear her first.
Okay,
Techno's
so
doing
you guys want me to do a stream? I'll
Yes.
fucking do a stream. February 9th. February 9th.
that?
Fuck. That's Thursday. We can't do it February 9th.
February 10th.
Yeah, do it the 10th. Do it the 11th.
Okay. Then, yeah, but, oh, come on. Yeah,
What do
but
you
see, I would want to play it on
Then
February 9th.
Do it.
But, see,
Then
I want
play
to
it.
do a new game for everyone that...
Why can't you? Well, I don't understand the issues you're having.
Okay. I would like to, whenever I'm streaming, I like to start from the start. But it's February 9th, which is the day we record another episode, which will be 23, if I'm not mistaken. And, yeah, I'll play it on the 9th and get farther because it's my favorite PS2 series of all fucking time. And I'll probably beat the game before then.
So why
No, I wouldn't. No,
why can't you just start another save file?
Because sometimes I get... fuck it, I'll do it. Shit.
Play your,
Like,
if you have to play it on Thursday, play your least favorite of 3 and then play your favorite on the stream.
I love them all.
No, you don't. There's got to be one that you don't like something in it.
Second
no,
one's not.
you're totally making this hard on yourself. I don't understand the
I know,
problem.
dude. Yeah, but see, this is our topic. See?
I know, and we're
See?
talking about your...
I know, man. Dude.
Good stuff.
I know. Yeah, see?
Good
I
stuff.
am awesome.
So,
Just start another save file. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. Save file. And I want fucking people to add me on PSN, too. Because I want to play some Mortal Kombat with people.
I think I added you, didn't I?
Yeah, but you have Mortal Kombat on 360.
That's because 360's better.
No, it's not.
it's because
The
3DO
D-pad
is better.
sucks dick.
3DO is better, duh.
3DO's better.
Dude, no.
Full motion all the way.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, so you
No.
hear here first.
CEI.
Techno is doing a Jack and Daxter HD collection full playthrough until he beats all
Whole
3
playthrough.
when it
Holy
comes
shit.
out.
You know what? If you actually did a full playthrough, I would actually probably watch that.
I would watch stuff and stuff.
I'll have to do it on Saturday then.
That's fine.
I will do it.
That's fine. I'll watch it on my computer while I play Final Fantasy.
Yeah. No, watch it while I play whatever I want to play that weekend.
And Pegasus will
Radiant.
watch it while whatever he's doing.
Radiant
Hell yeah.
Play
Damn.
Mario Kart and watch it.
I think I'll end up picking it up. February is weird because it's got Twisted Metal, Undisputed 3, and Jack and Daxter all coming out within the same week. So I'm going to have to hold off on getting all 3 of them at once. I'll get Undisputed right away, but I might pick up Jack and Daxter.
It's only
get
gonna be
pre-ordered.
$40.
Right. And then I'll probably hold off on Twisted Metal till probably near the end of February. But yeah, I'll definitely get Undisputed. I'll have that pre-ordered and get Jack and Daxter pre-ordered as well. Because I haven't played the first Jack and Daxter in probably 7 years. It's been a long time.
You know what
I know,
what I just picked up that I really want to play is the Back to the Future game.
Oh, nice.
Like Telltale games, yeah.
Yeah, I just picked up the game on disc, so I got all 5 episodes on one disc. I can't wait to play this thing.
Yeah, that Back to the Future game, all 5 series or whatever is
episode.
Is free if you're a PSN subscriber.
Oh, well, I'm not, so I just bought the disc, so
well,
I got
yeah,
all.
I'm just saying, for everyone listening, Jesus, God.
God, come on,
I
Carl.
find it easier to buy the disc.
This is info for the people who have PlayStation Plus.
Okay, well, my info and my advice is to buy it on the disc. So.
On a PlayStation 3 disc. There you go.
It's also on the Wii, too. I saw it on the Wii at Target.
I wonder if it's got a weird motion.
Didn't we know that? Didn't someone tell us that on a earlier episode?
I'm not sure.
Don't worry.
I think
Whatever.
But
who cares?
I can't wait to play it. You know, the voice actors are amazing in it. It's a simple point and click game, but I just want to see what the story is after Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's time. It's time. I don't know what time though.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me look at my fucking clock. Oh, it's question time!
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Explosions everywhere.
Explosions everywhere.
Oh, God.
Dude, you gotta put some, like, explosion sound effects in that bitch.
Okay. As soon as you have exploding sound effects, I'll take them.
Okay, then. I will find them for you.
Alright, good job.
I have a Sonic clock. It's badass.
That has nothing to do with explosions.
Yeah, it does, because it explodes whenever it ticks. You can't sleep with it on.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's do it. Question time.
Alright, read the question.
I don't know what the question is.
Oh my God, it's in the fucking
It's right
chat.
here. It's right here. Okay. Is Mikey's Monarchs the first one?
You could kind of just pick whatever one you want to talk about.
Okay, fine then. What is one game you would love to turn into an anime? Mine would be Ashura's Wrath. I don't know how you pronounce that. I think that's it.
You said it. Yeah, you said it right.
Alright. It looks awesome, he says.
Sweet.
So, I don't know.
I know mine's.
Dude. Jax and Daxter. Duh.
Japanese out of it.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Yes, Mario Kart with me as Shy Guy.
Mario Kart, the anime.
Yeah. It just shows Shy Guy starring Nostalgic Dan.
No, dude. Grandia.
Mm-hmm.
That would be amazing.
I say... for me, definitely because I actually recently saw a couple like really mini snippet episodes of this, and Tales of is already a Japanese kind of anime. It's the in-game graphics are really cel shaded. It's got actual anime in it. Who's the guys? I forget their name. They're a really popular anime studio, but they've done anime for other games, and they've done anime for some other series. I just forget their name, but it's a really popular anime company, and they redo anime inside the Tales of games. And it's like you're playing an anime when you're playing any Tales of games, basically. But the reason I say this is because I recently stumbled across these Tales of Genki-Jo, I believe is pronounced, episodes, and it's actually an anime series that Bandai Namco did with really small anime series. They're like 5-minute, like, kind of mini snippet episodes. But it's actually super cute. It's actually really adorable. Like, the characters are kind of like small chibi versions. It's actually really hilarious. Like, unfortunately they only had 2 episodes, but that's because it came as a pre-order bonus or something in Japan for Tales of the Heroes Twin Brave. And there's, like, you got 2 if you pre-ordered it right away, and then when you get the game, you get, like, 3 more little mini episodes. And from what I watched, they actually did a really good job. It's actually really hilarious seeing, like, all these Tales of characters interact with one another. It's like, it would translate so well into an anime. And they had an anime movie, too, which I watched, Tales of Vesperia, The First Strike, which is actually a really good anime movie. If people are fans of Tales of Vesperia, they should definitely check that out, because it provides, like, origins and backstory that's not mentioned in the game, and it's actually a really hilarious kind of movie too. So yeah, that's my answer.
I already said Mario Kart, but that was a joke. So I would have to go, serious answer, would have to go Mass Effect. I think that would be a great universe for an anime. You could kind of do it like that Halo Legends movie. Another one I was thinking about is maybe Castlevania.
Yes, that's what I was
cool.
thinking of.
And, well, I think that one would be really great, because it really doesn't matter which, like, Castlevania game you kind of base the anime on, because they would all work. I know, like, what are the games? Like,
Dawn of Sorrow?
Dawn of Sorrow.
That had an intro.
What's that portrait one?
Intro in it.
Portrait of Ruin.
Oh,
Portrait
yeah.
of Ruin. Yeah, like, either one of those games would be a great anime, and I can kind of see it in the style. They turned, like, Devil May Cry into an anime, and I can totally see Castlevania in, like, that type of style.
Yeah, and even Dracula's
Yeah. Rondo of Blood, yeah. Like,
yeah. Because
Even
that
if you
was
just
anime.
Yeah, even if you just take, like, the original Castlevania with, like, Simon Belmont, that would work,
Yeah.
Another one I was kind of thinking of, and this is kind of like a fan service to me because I really enjoy the game, but maybe like Alice Madness Returns. I just like to see, like, the weird demented world of Wonderland twisted into an anime.
Mortal Kombat.
That's already like an anime, isn't it?
No.
Well, they turned it
like, yeah, but that was horrible. That was so horrible.
Oh, come on! You didn't like Sonya Blade yelling, "It's combat
time! It's combat time!" I fucking hated that so much. Oh my gosh! Like, I liked it when I was a kid, but when we were kids, we were dumb, and I got all the episodes on my computer now, and I tried to I watched it all through somehow. I don't know how, but every time she said, "It's combat time," I was like, skip. It's horrible.
What about you, Pegasus?
I could go with Assassin's Creed on this one, because I really love the games, and I just think it'd make just for such an interesting story for an anime, because the games are really deep. I mean, the games are just so well done. I think as an anime, it'd do really well.
Hey, did you see that Assassin's Creed movie that they just released? I forget what it's called.
Yet.
Is it like Lineage or something?
I don't remember what the exact name of it is, but I saw it in like Walmart and Target, and I never picked it up.
Alright. Next question.
Alright, hold on. Okay, he also asked, what are some games that Techno has never raged in? We all know he rages at Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. Yeah. Yep. Oh man, gosh. Sonic 2. I don't really rage in Sonic 3 and Knuckles because I've played that so many times. I know where to go and what to do, and yeah. Man, this is hard.
He rages at everything.
I rage at Animal Crossing.
He rages at that too.
No, I don't.
He rages at solitaire on the computer.
I don't know why, but I could picture Techno raging at Animal Crossing.
Too.
Where the fuck do I take this damn thing?
Techno smash!
He rages.
I've never raged in Mortal Kombat online because I usually get someone that don't know what the hell they're doing. I'm talking about Mortal Kombat 9, the new one. Yeah. And Sonic Adventure. I sometimes on Sonic Adventure because it's kind of glitchy, but yeah. I mean, I can't say Castlevania because I rage a lot in that.
I don't blame you. Castlevania is hard.
But I love it. It just fucks me in the ass, and I just let it happen. Oh my god! I just let it happen.
Just gets violated by Castlevania.
Yeah. Dracula X is so damn hard. I don't know how Chris Bucci does it because he finished the game like 100%ed that bitch, but I guess because he played it as a kid, and I never had a TurboGrafx and one of those things where he could play Japanese games. I forget what you call them. But yeah. On to the next question. He also asked, Dan and Cliva, if you could add any character to Mario Kart 7, who would it be? Who would it be? Would it be a YouTuber, or would it be Mega Man?
It would be MrTechnoSqueek. So I can just sit in the corner and just spam him with red shells.
Yeah, definitely put in Mr. TechnoSqueek because he just deserves to be bombarded with blue shells.
Yes. It's just a piss him off. My answer's easy. My real answer. Just give me Dry Bones again, damn it.
Yes,
and Dry Bones. Dry Bones. Really, Metal Mario, Caterpillar guy, like really.
Yeah.
I saw those guys. I saw those guys. I'm like, really, we need that. Where the hell is Dry Bones?
Yeah, but they put in Waluigi Pinball for a track, and they don't have Waluigi in there.
Miss Waluigi too.
Yeah, like Nintendo. What the fuck you thinking?
Because they put Wario in there, so it's like, why is Waluigi not? It's weird.
See, my answer. You know what? You know who I missed from the GameCube one is Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. Like, those were my guys in the Double Dash was Baby Mario and Luigi. So I would want the two babies in it. Who else would I want? Probably Waluigi in it too. Oh, and like Toadette. I kind of like Toadette too. So put in those four and I'll be happy. And then put in TechnoSqueek as a joke character.
As like Dan from Street Fighter.
Yeah, I want you in Dan's outfit. riding around in one of those barrels that you would go over Niagara Falls in.
Yahoo! You're all clear, kid!
What?
You don't know about that?
No.
People used to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel?
Yeah, I was one of them, duh. Give it the times.
Come on,
Get with the times. I'm sorry. I'm just in 2012.
Yeah, well, stop it.
Too bad. You're too far ahead.
Too far.
What about
I'd like,
Pegasus, if you were to...
Hold on.
Damn it.
Hold on.
Techno, you're such
Just
a
one more.
bastard.
Jesus.
He
I'd
didn't
like to
ask
see
you.
Boo.
Crickets.
Crickets everywhere.
He wants to talk and then he just doesn't talk.
Okay. What?
Talk.
Did you not hear me?
No.
Yeah, you said boo.
Yeah. Dan didn't hear it, though.
No, I didn't.
He wants Boo from Dragon Ball.
No, not Boo. You know the ghost?
Yeah, I think he cut out for me on that. I didn't hear anything.
He said Dragon Ball.
I'm confused.
Alright, next question.
Hey! Pegasus didn't get the answer.
He answered in spirit.
I'd honestly go with Mega Man. Play Mario Kart, since Mega Man was a solid Nintendo franchise, so...
Well, if we're gonna say that, put in Simon Belmont.
Exactly.
This is Mario Kart. Would you want Simon Belmont in Mario Kart?
Yes, dude, I think...
people.
What would he ride?
Yeah, he'd be whipping the car and they'd be like, oh shit, yeah, it'd be awesome. And then you put in like, I don't know. Next question.
What transition is that?
Next question. What?
Alright. Fucking...
Alright. I don't know how to say your last name, so I won't.
Tempest Uchiha.
Yeah, Tempest Uchiha.
Tempest Uchiha.
Yeah, like the Naruto character.
Oh, I don't watch that.
Well, this is why we want you off the podcast half the time.
Oh, to all. Are you excited about Street Fighter X Tekken, Cross Tekken, whatever? If not, what's wrong with you? I like Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry.
I've never been a big Street Fighter fan, or Tekken fan for that matter, but I don't know, there's something about it. I just want to play as the old school Mega Man, fat, overweight Mega Man, and I'm happy.
Yeah, me too.
That's all I'd play as, honestly.
Yep.
I saw the trailer for that, I was like, what the fuck? God, they could have just done blue, but it's the old, like, Mega Man 1 box art type thing, like, what? But as far as if I'm interested, kinda not. I mean, I might pick it up from when it gets cheaper, but day one, no.
Yeah.
Let's see, am I excited? I would have to say no. I'm not excited because mainly half the cast is Tekken fighters. I'm not into Tekken. I don't know anybody about Tekken. So I'm not interested. Yeah, I have no idea who King is. So, then the other half is Street Fighter characters, which I already have in Super Street Fighter 4, which to me is the best fighting game out right now. There's no other game that beats Street Fighter 4 in my opinion.
Mortal Kombat.
No, Mortal Kombat has nowhere near Street Fighter 4.
Tatsunoko vs. Capcom.
Not even close to Street Fighter 4, I'm sorry.
I can't play Street Fighter games. They lose interest.
Yeah. So, like, if I'm going to buy Street Fighter Cross Tekken, I'm probably not going to use the Tekken fighters. And if I use the Street Fighter characters...
It's just like another Street Fighter game.
Yeah, I might as well just be playing Street Fighter 4. Now, Mega Man, Pac-Man, Cole, and the two that I am the Street Fighter or Tekken characters. Now, like, that's like another problem for me, too. Like, do I pick it up for the PlayStation 3 to play as those fighters that I am more interested in than the fighters that are originally there? Or do I pick it up on the Xbox 360 where all my friends are going to be playing it on that system? So, like, it's kind of weird. Like, I kind of want it for the PS3 just to play as those characters, but I don't know. Like, I'm not excited for it as people probably should be.
I thought Cole was only for Vita.
I thought it was for PlayStation 3 as well.
I'm not for sure.
I don't know. Like, I'm gonna get the game, no doubt. I'm not gonna get it day one, but, like, I am gonna get it. I'm deciding if I want it on the PlayStation 3 or the 360. Because I do want to play as Mega Man. Like, I know it's the fat Mega Man, and, I know, like, a lot of people hate that Mega Man, and I'm not a fan of that Mega Man, but I do think it's kind of funny. And, but I'm more excited about Pac-Man. Like, I think Pac-Man is just so damn hilarious in that game. But, I don't know. But, yeah, I'll have to decide which system I want it for.
But yeah, Pac-Man's controlling that, the tree character for Tekken. I forget its name.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I want to play as Pac-Man. Like, I think that's totally cool.
Yeah.
But I would have to get it on the PS3, which I know all my friends are going to be playing it on the 360, so...
Not all of them.
I would.
Yeah, I want to fight Dan.
Yeah, I'll be Fat Mega Man with partnered up with Fat Mega Man.
But you don't like fighting games.
I just want to play as Fat Mega Man, to be honest, because the first time I saw that, I laughed my ass off.
Well, yeah, so that's the thing right there. Like, you're more excited about the Fat Mega Man than the Street Fighter or Tekken characters who are supposed to be in that game.
Yeah, because like I never cared for Street Fighter. I never cared for Tekken.
Yeah.
So.
I played Tekken 2 back in the day because my father bought it, and we played the shit out of that.
I don't know. But, I don't know. I'll get it. Dan might get it. Techno might
I
get it.
would, for like $10 or something.
Yeah, see, it's like, I don't know. See, that's what I feel like, too. Like, it's not worth $60 to me,
Yeah.
'cause I already own Street Fighter 4. I'll just play that if I want to play the Street Fighter characters. But, because I'll tell you right now, the only character I'll play in the Street Fighter side is Ryu and Juri, and they're on Super Street Fighter 4. So I could just play that.
Well, isn't Ryu in all of them?
Well, yeah, that makes my point. Like, why am I going to buy Street Fighter Cross Tekken when I could just play Ryu in Super Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3 Alpha? He's in everything,
Right.
so. But
Sounds good.
It's all about Ken.
Ken fucking sucks.
No.
It's all about Iori. Oh wait, wrong series.
Yuri.
See, that's my series like that. I've always been an SNK fan of their fighters more.
Alright, next question.
Alright, next question.
Ben asked a really interesting question, actually. It's really simple. How much is too much for a game? Really simple. For me,
$2.
yeah, man,
It's
$2? Like, wow, that's a lot of money. I mean, I could get like a soda and maybe some chips or something. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, shit.
For me, honestly, honest answer, I draw the line past 100. I'm not willing to spend more than $100 for one game. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my fine line.
Let's see. For me, I'm kind of comfortable with the game prices that are now. Like $60 is fine for me if I just want to buy a game. If it's like a collector's edition, same with Dan, I don't want to go over $100 for a collector's edition. That Final Fantasy 13-2 was like a perfect price for me. That thing was $80 for the game, art book, and a 4-disc CD soundtrack. So, yeah, I'm kind of happy with game prices right now. But for like collector's editions, I definitely don't want to go over $100.
What about really rare retro games? Like, where do you draw the line?
Really rare retro games? I guess it depends. I'm not really interested. I'm not really looking for any right now. Like, I know, like, the one that kind of pops in my head right now is Earthbound. if I bought that, I know it's going for like 100 to 150, and I actually did see it at Anime Boston last year. Some guy was selling it for 130, and I almost did buy it just for the sake of saying I actually have it. But like, do I really want to pay $130 for a cartridge just so I am able to say I have the game, I own it? Like, I don't think I want to spend that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I'd rather just try and find that game in the wild.
Yeah. Like, even if I spend like $130 on Earthbound, I'll be like too afraid to play it.
Might break it.
Well, yeah, I might break it, or it might be like have some glitches in it, and I'll be like, what the fuck, I wasted my money. So like, I'll be just too afraid to play it. So, but what about you, Pegasus?
I'm kind of in the same boat with you guys. Like, as far as like new games, like collector's editions, like I paid $100 for the hardened edition for Modern Warfare 3, and I thought that came out to a good price because with the Call of Duty Elite, which is like $50, and getting all the DLC, it came out and worked out really good. But yeah, I don't think I really want to go more than $100 on something, even if it is a collector's edition. And usually I won't get collector's editions for games. If there is, and it's a game I'm really going to want to pick up day one, then yeah, if there is, I'll pick it up. But as far as retro games, yeah, I wouldn't want to go over $120, even if it's just for one game. And that's still a little expensive, but... And then when the people, you get the ones that just try to overcharge for games that, just because they're old, doesn't mean they're worth $100. Yeah, if you can tell they're overcharging, yeah, I'll stay away from that.
Yeah, or just because the game's out of print, cough, Radiant Historia. They
Right.
charge hundreds of dollars for it. It's like, oh, it's out of print, they can't get it anywhere. Let's charge hundreds. Bullshit.
Or selling an NES for $1,000 on Craigslist.
Yes.
With really common games, Tecmo Bowl, Mario Brothers.
This is super rare. You can't find this anywhere.
That's fine. Now, like, Dan, if they weren't making Radiant Historia, like, if they weren't doing like another printing of that, would you actually pay the $120 for that game? No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I draw a line past like 100. Even 70, no. 60, no. 50 is where I'd consider it. 50 is like the sweet spot for me. I'll be like, oh, maybe. 40, hell yeah, I'd jump on it right away. But 35, no brainer. And the money goes to Atlas, so yeah.
That's kind of like how much. I'm just gonna throw in a question. Like, how much has all of us paid for like a rare game? Like, I'm asking you guys. Like, how much?
Rare
The
game.
most?
Yeah, like for me, like I bought DuckTales 2 and Rescue Rangers 2 for the NES, and I paid about $60 for each one of them.
Oh, I have an answer, and it's funny. It's right after the 25th anniversary of Mario All-Stars on the Wii, when it really went up in price. I didn't pre-order it, so I went on eBay. I think I paid like $70 for it. And then, go figure, a couple months later, he decided to reprint it. I'm like, oh, fuck me. But yeah, I think that's actually the most I spent for just like a game in a long time. Like, for something rare. And Catherine and the Love is Over Deluxe Edition, too. It's expensive, but it was worth it.
What about you, Techno? How much have you paid for like a rare game?
I don't even know what's rare.
All right. Well, what's the most you ever paid for a game then? It doesn't have to be rare.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Let's see. Bloodlines is pretty rare. Let me check that.
What about you, Pegasus? What's the most you spent for a game?
Well, like I just said, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 thing, but as far as retro, I paid $48 to get a complete in-box Super Castlevania 4.
Well, it's actually a pretty good price.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I had to talk the guy down from 55, so because there's no way I was going to put out $55 for it, so I ended up talking it down to the 48. So
I guess for me, for retros, actually recently kind of just jumps out of me is paying about, with shipping, $51 for PR Solar. But granted, that's incredibly cheap compared to our prices on eBay. Like, again, that game goes for about $300 cheapest on eBay, so it was a no-brainer for me. But that's the most I definitely spent on a retro, quote-unquote, retro game, since it is a homebrew, but that's the most I spent for a retro game in a long time.
Oh, this just, like I said a couple episodes ago, like, I'm trying to get the entire, like, Mega Man, game, all the games released in the United States, and Mega Man 8 for the Sega Saturn, that goes up to like $80, and I would actually pay $80 for a complete copy of Mega Man 8 for the Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
So like, cause like I've seen it cheaper, but the most I've seen it is about 80, 85. So I would actually pay that to get that game just to complete my Mega Man collection.
I bought Castlevania Bloodlines for $33.99, and that includes shipping.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Price.
Next question.
Alright.
No.
No, I don't want it.
Next question comes from Sean Carter. He asks, what do you think about the new PS Vita? Do you think it will do better than the PSP, and do you think it will generate more numbers than the 3DS?
More numbers than the 3DS? No.
Yeah, no. More numbers, definitely not with that pricing as it is right now. Everyone's going to look at the 3DS and be like, oh, it's cheaper, and it's got Mario and all that, and they'll buy a 3DS. So, you know, the price drop really worked in favor for Nintendo, so eventually PlayStation's going to have to, Sony's going to have to compete with that eventually. It won't sell more. Is it going to be better in the PSP? As of now, judging how you classify better, like, obviously it's a better system, it's more powerful, it's capable of a lot more, but as of library-wise, it's going to have a lot of ways to go if it wants to be anywhere near as amazing library that the PSP has. So we'll see. It's starting off strong, though. I can see a lot of promise in it. It's based off the touchscreen controls, and that worked in favor for the DS. So I'm sure there'll be shovelware games that come out with like touchscreen gimmicky, but then eventually they'll start to figure out how to use the system, and you'll start to see some really quality titles. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the DS.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. Mortal Kombat is coming on the Vita, the new one, and I saw a video about it, and like you're fighting, and blood comes on the screen, and you have to wipe it off. You can't see. I'm like,
that's annoying.
That doesn't look fun.
Yeah, that'd be annoying. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh damn it! Now I gotta clear the screen. It's weird.
It's kind of weird.
And I also saw some gameplay of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on the PS Vita, and you can be the best. You can be the best player in that so easy because you can attack using the touchscreen. So you just like swipe at it crazy, and you'll do like, you know, awesome combos really easy. So I don't know.
I don't know. It took me a long time to even consider about buying a PSP, so like I think it's going to be the same thing with the Vita for me. It's going to have to take a really awesome game for me to buy a Vita. Like I only bought a PSP for Dissidia, and when that came out I played it for about 2 weeks and then I put it down. So like that tells you how much I use my PSP.
Yeah. I bought my PSP for all the damn RPGs on there. Oh my god. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like the 3DS. It's going to end up dropping in price and do way better, and I think it's going to have some really solid games on there for people to buy it. I'm obviously not going to get it day one. I'm probably just going to wait for the Wii U, and maybe I'll get a Vita down the road if it drops in price, but right now, I'm not getting it. And it's the same thing when I got my 3DS. I waited till some more games were out that I was going to get, and by that time it dropped in price, so...
Yeah. I'm not getting it for, on launch, because I got to save money for bills and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saving money for pre-orders for games I want.
Same here. Like, I got 3 games in February I'm going to want to get, so...
Yeah.
Gonna need the money for that.
Well, good for you.
Good for you, Second. You bastard. Anyways, next question.
Next question.
Our last question, actually, but it's a hot topic, that's for sure. Our next question comes from Space Pirate, and he asks, what are your thoughts on the used versus new argument in relation to how much used sales hurt game developers? Now, I'll give my opinion here. If you're looking at it from a company standpoint, I'd be all in favor of getting rid of used titles as a business because you save so much more money, you get a lot more money. Eventually, these companies are going to want download only, and then they save even more money because they don't have to make actual cases, print out actual cover art, make manuals, print the discs on actual DVDs and Blu-rays, and they can save so much money. But from the used game sales, they get zero money from that, so it really hurts them. That's why it's really sad, and that's what GameStop does. So you flip it to the other side, and as a buyer, as a consumer, we want the option for used games. It's always good having the option for used games because why? Usually used games are significantly cheaper than buying new. You'll be able to get it still in really nice condition, and maybe you save like $20 or something. Or it's worth having that option. It helps to not feel forced to buy like new games, and because if we're forced to buy new games only, you're reliant on the sellers, production of it. Like if they don't produce enough of it, then it might become rare, and then you're just kind of screwed. Or you're forced to buy what the seller has, and that's it. You won't have any options, and then.
Yeah.
If you get rid of used games, you're going to cut out companies like GameStop and stuff like that. So, but like I said, it's just really, you save money as a consumer. It helps to save money, and it helps to just at least have that option to buy used.
Yep.
I think it kind of depends on the person and the game they are excited for. And I say this because I was really excited for Final Fantasy 13 too. I was willing to buy that day one, brand spanking new. Why? Because I like Final Fantasy. I'm excited for that game. Now, Soul Calibur 5 came out the same day as Final Fantasy 13 too. But with Soul Calibur, I'm willing to wait till that goes down and get it cheaper, like a used copy. Why? Because I'm not as excited for that game. So I think it kind of depends on the gamers and what they're excited for.
Yeah. Good.
Like that's the best way I can see it. And for a company's point of view, if they want to get rid of game sales, they have I can think of 2 options. One, they could do the EA route and have online passes that are required, for you to play online. What if Nintendo did that for Smash Brothers? You know how many people would buy that game brand spanking new? Yes, I know that game's already... Well, that game's already popular. People would probably buy that brand new, but, okay, let's bring up Mario Kart. If you needed a code to play that game online, people would buy that brand new instead of just waiting for that, to get it used. So, another option companies could probably do to get gamers to buy their games brand new is maybe lower the prices of their games. Most Nintendo Wii games come out as $50. If they lower that by $10, are they really losing out on a $10 profit?
No.
They need to go back to old school pricing where PS2 games brand new would cost $50.
Yeah, Yeah, what if Xbox 360 instead of games coming out as $60 came out as 50? And would that encourage gamers to buy more brand new copies of games?
Yes. Like I said,
Yeah,
for me, 50 is like my sweet spot. So, it's funny, but if you reduce it $10, I would start considering buying games I probably wouldn't have considered buying brand new,
Yeah. I think it's just more gamers' preferences, like if they're excited for a game, they're willing to buy it brand new day one. But if for games they're not excited for, they'll say, yeah, I'll wait like 2 months and I'll get it cheaper.
Yeah.
Even if they get it brand new, it's still going to be cheaper.
But they want to support the company,
Yeah.
the game. So, like I said, that goes back to like just having the option is a good thing. Maybe if there's a game you're kind of excited for, debating on the fence, you can wait, buy used. But for me, I would buy Tales of Grace's F day one because I want to support Bandai Namco and Tales of. I want to buy Ni no Kuni day one because I want to support Bandai Namco again. And it's an awesome game. But for other stuff that I'm on the fence of, like Devil Survivor 2, I'd wait for that. Maybe it drops a little bit. And other titles, it helps having that option. But if it's a game you're really passionate about, you're gonna want to buy it day one. So you give the money to the company and support them basically.
Yeah.
Because you need that.
Yeah. I just reserved, Mass Effect 3. I'm buying that one day one. But there's another game I'm interested in is Lollipop Chainsaw. I know nothing about that game, but it looks badass. But since I know nothing about it, I'm willing to wait till I could either get it cheaper for $20 new, or I can get it a used copy. So, because I know nothing about it, but I don't know. What do you think, Techno?
I agree with you. I think Sony pretty much, knew what they had to do to fight off used sales. Also, I think Mortal Kombat was pretty much the one that, got Sony thinking, hey, this Sony or this internet or online pass is a good idea. Because, without the online pass, you can't play the game online. And most, fighting games are better to, are built for online play. And, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you brought up Mortal Kombat because I was actually going to wait to buy that one used. But since it had the online pass, it forced me to go out and buy that game brand new. So, companies can do that. So,
yeah, WWE 12 is another one that has one of those online passes, and it's just one of those deals where you wait to buy it used, and it's $50 bucks, but then you gotta pay $10 for an online pass. You might as well just get brand new.
Yeah.
So.
Companies have a way to fight used game sales, and if they know how to do it correctly, then they can totally beat GameStop and other places that sell them used. So
You win.
All right, that's our questions.
Yeah.
And I just want to say I actually got another question from Mikey's Mark through a Skype IM, and he asked me, will we ever be accepting audio questions in the future? And I told him, yeah, sure. If anybody wants to send us audio questions, we will actually play them on the podcast, and we'll answer them. If you guys would like, you could email them to the pressstartpod@gmail.com, and we will definitely include them in the next episode. So we could definitely do audio questions.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. And that wraps up episode 22 of another episode of the Press Start Podcast. As always, I'd like to thank my co-host for being so wonderful. It was so awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Notice how you didn't say fantastic.
Because I'm using that thesaurus. Telling you guys, thesaurus is a handy tool. And anyways, I would like to thank our guest tonight, Pegasus. If you want to tell everyone where they can find you one more time, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, you can check out my YouTube channel at the Gaming Pegasus 187. I'm on Twitter at Pegasus 187, and I'm on the Pete's Game Room forum at Pegasus 187, and on there I got my gamer tag, my PSN ID, and my 3DS friend code. So if you guys want to check me out, you can.
Awesome. Thank you for
Awesome.
being on.
I'll check
No
you
problem.
out.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Giggity.
Yeah, thanks for being on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. It's
Yeah.
been fun.
Where can our fine listeners find you, Dan?
Our listeners can find me at youtube.com/nostalgicdan1. You'll find all of my latest videos. I cover a wide range of videos. I'm really random, so definitely check me out there. I also have a Twitter page, which I do update a lot with gaming-related stuff, and that's Nostalgic Dan on Twitter. I have a Facebook page. If you search Nostalgic Dan, you can like my Facebook page there, which I do update pretty regularly. And you can also follow me on twitch.tv/nostalgicdan, where you can watch me play some random games and just come in and chat with some awesome gamers and have a good fun time. So that is where our listeners can find me. What about you, Clive?
Well, they can find me on YouTube as Quick Freeze 4, and that's the number 4. You could also find me on Facebook. If you search for Quick Freeze's Game Room, you can like me on there. I do updates on my videos and, what we're doing for the Press Start podcast. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. What about you, Techno? Where can they find you?
Well, they can find me at youtube.com/MrTechnoSqueek. It's 2 E's, not E and an A, like most people would think. And I'm on Twitter. It's same thing. So yeah, if you want to follow me there, you can. And that's it for me.
Sweet. And for you guys listening to this podcast, obviously you could find us on YouTube as Press Start Pod. You can find us on iTunes if you search for Press Start Podcast. And you can find us on the AverageGamershow.com. We have episodes on there put up by Cody, Don Raiden, and you can actually listen to them there, or you can download them as well. And if you guys have any future questions for any future episodes, you can email us at pressstartpod@gmail.com, and we will answer them for the next available episode. Yay!
Yay.
That's it, you guys.
Bye. I want to thank the
Bye.
listeners. Bye, guys. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Thanks.
Peace!
Everyone.
Thanks, motherfucker.